Children's Hospital Colorado is reversing a benefit cut for its nurses after those nurses told Next they would be forced to quit or go deeply into debt to pay for tuition costs that Children's had promised to pay. So now Children's will pay the tuition for the nurses already in the program and just stop offering it to new employees. Our Steve Staker broke that story here and updates us on today's change of heart by Children's.
One nurse told me she and her colleagues at Children's Hospital were walking around hugging each other this afternoon, overjoyed by a staff-wide email, this time with good news. The hospital's president announcing Children's is doing a 180, restoring a full ride tuition benefit for staff who've already enrolled in degree programs.
I think I go back between feeling like really frustrated and then just being upset and a bit tearful.
Last week, staffers told me they were stunned when the hospital announced it would no longer fully fund tuition benefits. One employee said her partner gave up a job elsewhere so she could stay in Denver for this schooling. Another glared at the potential of a $35,000 bill to finish her schooling on her own, schooling that she had only signed up for because Children's offered it as a benefit. This afternoon, the hospital's president said the senior leadership team at Children's had, quote, additional conversations with team members currently enrolled in the program. She wrote, while we did our best to make our original decision thoughtfully and with care and consideration, it is based on those conversations and relationships with our team members that we have decided to maintain the original benefits offered to those currently enrolled in a fully funded program. The hospital says 500 employees will now be allowed to keep their full tuition benefits to finish their programs. As a result, the hospital says there won't be new enrollment for employees in 2024, except for a few targeted technical programs.
So we reported yesterday that a lot of those employees are getting thousands of dollars deducted from their paychecks this month because of late tax bills on those full tuition benefits. The hospital says that employees are still going to be responsible for the taxes on their full ride tuition benefits. But Children's says it will work with payroll to send reminders about tax liability earlier in the year so that staffers aren't cooked at the end of the year trying to play catch up. Children's also wrote to me today saying that they want to clarify that they did not cut the benefit, as many stories have reported. I asked what verb they prefer. They said reduced is the verb they would prefer instead of cut. So,
Axed.
Slashed.
That's good. Curtail.
Sliced.
Chopped.
Reduced.
Skip.
I went right back to,
yeah. People get the idea if you're playing word games, at the end of the day, the nurses came out and said to the public, what do you think?
Yeah, and in that case, like the sunshine probably helped this situation quite a bit, because Children's was saying last week that they were going to have to cut this full tuition benefit to all these employees who are midway through degree programs. Think about that. You take the time, you get into a program, you're working your way through, and you've got all that credit, and you're thinking, I want to finish this program, but it's going to cost me $1,000 and thousands of dollars in debt to finish it. So luckily, they will now all be able to finish that program.
Yeah. If you know of somebody out there, yourself or somebody else, that's getting the financial shaft on something, and it's happening to a bunch of people, you need to reach out to Steve, because Steve's doing more and more of this to your Steve on Your Side reports. Steve@9news.com is your email. Folks can just send you a note, and you can look into stuff. That's how this got started.
Happy to look into it. Yes, a bunch of Children's employees reached out to me. We got it on TV, and things happen.
All right, Steve, thank you.
Yeah.